Okay.
No, we're good with that. That
Cool.
sounds great. If you've got other projects you want to talk about, please. Again, of course, Larry's got concerns.
Larry is the concern.
Lot of fun.
All right.
We just lost a link. Why? Why we lose a link? Do you know why we lost a link?
Why did we lose the link, Rob?
I suck at my job.
All right.
I have one job, and I really do suck at it.
I like the fancy, colorful speaker.
Isn't that nice?
I paid $1 million.
No.
Everything
Oh,
that's hardware,
Yeah.
I basically just reviewed it, and that's how we got
So
Well,
you do it.
it's nice that they put
So you build a
lights
studio.
and everything.
That's
Yes,
it,
sir.
man. That's it. What can we get for free?
it. Worms, you don't have that, right?
I don't have
Is this the mic
No.
that's working? Or
This
is
is
that
no.
the
This
mic?
we're working on this mic.
We work on that mic.
Oh, we are working on
They
that
hear
mic.
this mic.
Okay, they hear this mic. This is just
So if I tap here, you won't hear it there.
But they'll
Here.
hear it nice. You just gave them a nice earful. You're tapping on the audio
But,
mic.
but if Ryan farts, you're gonna hear that.
Confirm. Okay.
All right.
It's like we don't do this every week.
I know.
Well, you bring
10
new
years.
equipment.
10 years? 12.
Once in a
12.
while, you just show up with new equipment. I gotta even know what's going on.
It's impressive, 10 years.
It's more like 12 years now we've been podcasting.
Oh, my
We were one of the podcasts to catch back in 2016. Yeah, it fell off the map after that.
Yeah,
That's pretty
You
funny.
can see where that went.
Flip, could I get a mic check from you, or is everything okay there?
He might be muted too.
Yeah, Flip,
He
yeah.
is muted. So
Yeah.
Flip, clearly the silent partner.
So we can make up
Wait,
all sorts of scandals.
have we got Flip back?
No, not yet. He's still muted. He might be making a sandwich or something. Grabbing a beer. He's probably grabbing a beer.
I'm hoping he's grabbing a beer.
We are technically.
I do have a beer
Yeah, where's
here,
that
but
beer?
it's really like
Why do I not have a beer?
I don't know why you don't have a beer, Rob. You should be drinking most of
Wrong
it.
with
More than what the rest of us.
Oh, Flip is saying he doesn't have permission to unmute maybe?
Oh,
oh yeah,
let me
yeah.
fix him.
Hold on, we'll fix that.
Let me do the wrong thing. What chat am I in?
I don't know what chat you're in, dude, but that's not
Ours.
ours. Yeah. There we go. That's
You
our
just joined
chat.
somebody else.
He's got some other chat drawn up on the screen here.
It happens. It happens. Oh yeah, look at that.
All right.
Wait. Show was muted.
All right.
Hold
Flip.
on, let me fix him.
Oh, wait.
Let me fix him. Oh, I'll fix him on the other screen.
All right.
That's stupid.
Oh, that's part of the course.
You add two. Nope. Gotta do it on the other one. Why?
Alright.
I don't know. You know, no one said I'm good at what I do. But at
Hey.
least I'm slow.
That's
You
it.
know?
Hey.
See, Uncle Flip. Why don't I see him in,
Put it in the group.
Oh, here's why.
Are we? Sorry, are we
I
gonna
see.
do video or we gonna stay
Nah.
audio? So I don't mind.
You guys are, yeah, we're just audio only on you guys.
That's cool.
You can
It-
see our,
it's
you can see
mostly-
our ugly faces, but I wouldn't want to.
There we go. That's
Right,
correct.
sorry.
That'll
Can I ask
correct it.
another question before we do anything else? Are
Yeah.
we allowed? This is on Indy's behalf. Are we allowed to swear on this podcast?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, yes.
Oh my god, Tony, you know me so
Ever.
well.
To be fair, we.
No,
Why,
Doesn't show
thank
them-
you for asking, but yeah, we swear a lot on
You
this
are allowed to
podcast.
swear. We actually do not swear a lot, but that's okay.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
We rarely.
Well, we don't, Jacob's not here, so.
And
Yeah.
neither's Dallas. So.
True. All right, you're right.
90%.
You're right.
Now he just has
You're
to
right.
keep me. Okay, he should be able to talk now.
Uncle Flip.
It says he's unmuted.
All right, Flip. I got nothing.
But, oh, he just left the channel.
He's still muted on my side for some reason.
He left the channel according to this.
Oh, now he's left.
There you go. Now he fixed it. Now it's fixed. Sometimes you gotta exit after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You try turning it on and off again.
So yeah,
Yeah, man.
Power School utterly got pwned, man. That was it was like doing an export. I'm like, dude, that's That's user 0. That is root. They rooted them fuckers.
All right.
No MFA on
All
that
right.
account.
Great.
They're assholes.
All right, one more time. Flip, can you hear
I
us?
had to exit and come back in.
All right,
It
yeah.
seems like I had to exit and come back in.
Ah, there we go.
Fantastic. We can
Yeah,
hear you.
there you go.
All right. Okay.
All right,
Let's get the show on the road, Rob.
So,
Hello.
hello. There we go. There we go. And
All right.
we went live on the other
We're
one.
in pre-roll right now, gentlemen.
That's like casserole. Bigger roll.
All right.
If you're so
And
inclined.
whenever you're ready, Rob.
You're talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
Me. You.
Because I need another beer.
There we go. Okay, yeah. And yeah, there we go. And 3, 2, 1. Live from the 6th floor basement of the Guys, Games, and Beer Towers. It's the guys who just can't get their shit together. We really just can't. It's Guys, Games, and Beer Show.
Yeah!
There we go.
Hey.
Hey, Rob. What do we got going on tonight?
Oh, we got us some interviews. Today, we are with... See how good we are at the cues?
Hey, my name's Jamil. I'm the owner of G2B Video Game Productions. We've produced 2 games for a couple different consoles. So we've made Superstar Shooter 16 and Super 3D Maze. We've released them both on Atari VCS, the new Atari VCS, as well as Steam, and doing some other stuff with Xbox and PlayStation. We're figuring all that out. I'm going to pass things along to Mr. Tony Longworth.
Hello, I am Tony Longworth. I am in the UK. It's very late. Please excuse me if I say anything stupid because I'm really tired and I'm drinking beer as well. I am a music composer. I worked on Super 3D Maze 16. I did the music, I did the voiceover, I did the sound effects, and it's a great game. I love it. I love working on it. It's great. I'm going to pass it over to Indy McDaniel.
Hi, Andy McDaniel. I'm a writer. I've been a writer for the past, 20 years. Feels like all my life. Working predominantly in the horror genre, horror books and novels and stories and stuff like that. And I also did the writing for Super 3D Maze 16. So the narration and the little quips and everything like that. Yeah, I did that. And I will now pass it over to Flip.
Hey, Uncle Flip here. Game dev, musician. I helped out with Super 3D Maze 16, QA testing, collaborated on a song with Tony, and did the intro voice on the title screen. I also developed my own games, and yeah, I'm here.
All right. Start them out, Rob.
All right, what should we start with?
Well,
We're
let's
gonna
start with...
Super-
wait.
Let's start with Larry!
Let's start with Larry. Larry, what's your question?
Atari VCS. That was the lead. Why?
We all have VCSs, by the way. 4 out of the 5 people
What
here
are we
have
gonna call it?
VCSs.
VCSs?
I have a VCS.
VCI. That's more than one VCS.
All right, so Larry's asking, why develop for the VCS?
So as an indie developer, I'll dive in on this, and Flip should also get a chance to answer, I think. But for me, I followed the project from the early days, and also, I released a game on Steam. Like, I released Superstar Shooter 16. It did nothing on Steam. Like, I didn't hear nothing. They barely sold any copies. And I know, like, with VCS, it's kind of a curated niche community, indie friendly. So it took me a while to get on there, but it's been basically the highlight of my development journey so far as an indie game dev.
Anybody else
45 minutes later, we will answer.
Anybody else want to jump in on that?
Yeah, sure. I got into the VCS development community. I don't exactly remember how. I got a VCS, one of the backer ones, and I saw that they put out like DOSBox on it, and I have some old DOS games that I had worked on as a hobbyist for years, and I posted some stuff on itch.io. But I eventually got in there, and it took me a while to get Skyfrizz running on there, but I eventually released Skyfrizz on the Atari VCS, and I gotta say it's a really cool community, and you get a lot of exposure. I don't think I would have ever put my old DOS game out on any other console. So it was a good opportunity, really. I got to meet Jamil and Tony Longworth, these great gentlemen. It's been cool.
How was it getting Atari to publish? Were they easy to communicate with?
Yeah, for me. No, that's the thing. I've told this story a few times, and it's one I have to. I got to be gentle with it, right? Because I don't want to rock the boat and screw everything up. So I had to apply several times, and they're a curated community, like it's a curated group of games that get on there. So I actually applied like 4 different times, but it was at different stages of development. So I think with my game, like it got to a point where it was good enough, and I had enough demand within the community to like get the game on the console that they finally acquiesced and said yes. But it was a bit of a journey, but it was also like the first versions I was sending to them weren't all that great, all truth be told. So it's a bit of work to get in there, but it's worth it if you aren't making tons of money elsewhere.
So do they like tell you no, but here are some notes kind of thing, or?
Got that once or twice, yeah. My first round of feedback, they actually told me to like work on the sound effect variety and things like that for Superstar Shooter 16. And then there were a few like they were just too busy, and then I got on the Discord and I kind of figured out how to get their attention.
Yeah, you gotta hit them with a hammer. It works.
I was gonna go shaking fist like an old man.
Right.
We're really good at that part.
Yeah. Yelling, get off my lawn.
I'm a big fan of that over there.
So from start to finish with your initial contact, how long did it take you to actually get it up on the platform?
My case, it was close to 2 years, I want to say. Actually, no, it's more like 3 years. Yeah. No, probably. Yeah, I'm thinking back here. Probably 2.5 years.
All right, so it took a little. There was a little bit of time investment on that.
Yeah, but I was also building up the game simultaneously, type of thing. So yeah, every time I sent them a new version, it was something different, and I think I was following up like every 6 months, type of thing. And then I got to the point where like, I think I released my game on Xbox first. So, Microsoft Store was willing to take it. And it kind of got to the point where I was like, okay, I know I'm at a level of quality where I'm comparable to everyone else on the platform. So it's like, let's make this happen. And it's also, on my part to be more confident and assertive, right? To actually make that happen.
I let the air out of their tires. That seems to work pretty good.
Oh my god.
Send me your new console! Yeah, that's how I got in there.
All
We're
right.
all gonna get kicked out of the VCS community.
Yeah, really. Thank you. Yeah. You do not take Rob's advice.
Blasted, yeah.
If they kick us out, we'll just like start mailing them hammers until they let us.
Hit yourself with this hammer, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tread lightly on them too. They send me a bunch of free crap. They send me about half the free crap they offer me. In fact, that's pretty good.
You buy about the same amount.
Yeah. They really make money.
Big crap's good.
Yeah.
Can't turn down.
So I gotta say, I thought Super Star Shooter was the second game, that you published, but Super Star Shooter 16 is the first one.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're like, hey, it's a much better game. Like, I put about 3 years of development into that one in total, whereas Super 3D Maze was about a year, and I was trying to be efficient. I was trying to get stuff out the door. I had people helping me, and each game I think has its strengths and weaknesses. But yeah, I put a lot more time into Superstar Shooter 16.
There's a scrum board.
Can I just say, Superstar Shooter 16 is like a definite pickup on the Atari VCS. Like it's a banger. I love that game.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah, so for people that don't
Also,
know,
I've got a
what's the elevator on Super Shooter 16? Superstars 16.
No.
Oh, the
Super
elevator
16
pitch. Yeah,
shooter
okay.
star.
It took me a second to put that together. Okay, it's a procedurally generated on-rail shooter with psychedelic retro graphics and audio visualizers. Boom.
That is
That
a
was
really good
good.
elevator pitch. And yes, and if you're epileptic, don't play that game.
If you're
Oh
a
my
fan
God.
of Minter games, you'll be okay with it.
Yeah,
You'll
if
be
you're
like, hell yeah, I'm home.
Play a Minter game, you're home.
Yeah.
So get high, turn off all the lights, and
Yeah,
fire it
yeah,
up.
pretty much so. Pretty much.
Or get really drunk and play it on my old console TV. Larry.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Yeah. Larry's known for like getting drunk and playing like games and kind of being half dead. Actually,
And super focused.
super focused, right? So what? How'd you come up with the idea? Oh yeah, the Wander. How'd you come up with the idea for Super Star Shooter 16? We've been playing a bit of it in the group, so.
Nice to hear. So I was a huge fan of Star Fox. That was probably my major inspiration. I'm kind of like I'm an older millennial, not quite Gen X, but I grew up on NES and Super NES. And then I do have kind of a retro thing, so I went for sort of a 16 color palette. I had a 286 growing up, and it had EGA graphics, so that was like, it ended up being a lot of 16 color type stuff on my first computer. And yeah, I took those two inspirations and I was trying to create something kind of unique, a unique graphic style. And yeah, so it's a bit of modern and retro, and yeah, it was a good challenge for sure.
Fun stuff. I've got it. By the way, it runs on the Steam Deck too. If you want to run it on the Steam Deck,
I have not tried it
got the
because I don't have a Steam Deck, so.
I've got both. I got it on the Atari and I got it on the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
You know, I
Get
do
a
way
Steam
better on the
Deck
Atari.
and then it'll run.
Well, that's yeah.
We keep trying to get him to get one.
Yeah, I know. They've been really pushing for me to get a Steam Deck. All right, so 2.5 years comes out. Great elevator pitch on that. Great soundtrack to go along with that. I mean, sound effects, sound stuff. Talk a little bit about that element of the sound development on the game. I assume
Okay, so we mentioned a little earlier, so Tony did Super 3D Maze. He did all the sound for that. I actually worked with a Swedish chiptune composer for Super Star Shooter 16. A lot of the development happened during the pandemic. I was kind of broke, so this guy named Andreas Rodin, he's sort of a free and open source musician from the demo scene. So yeah, he was doing a lot of mod and tracker files and all this stuff that he had published in the early 2000s. And I just scooped a bunch of that up. I mean, obviously listened to all of it, and I had to listen to it while I was playing and play testing and all that. And honestly, love the stuff he produces. We've got him. We're kind of forming a bit of a music collective for the next game we're planning. So we've got Flip in there, Andreas, and we've also got like Tony's kind of going to be managing the whole thing. So yeah, that's sort of the story on the sound behind.
Like a video game super
16, but
you did an amazing job. If this was already pre-existing things, I would have never known that. It really fits the game exceptionally well.
man, yeah, you're right on the money there. That's what I thought too. So it's just like
That's
super
really
lucky to
impressive.
have found that.
That is really
I
impressive.
love when that happens, when you just you find a piece of music and put it to something and it just fits perfectly.
It
Like
just
it's
flips, doesn't it?
It's so good.
That
It's
is
meant to be.
Yeah.
that's impressive that it fits that perfectly for existing chiptune music. Again, we love our chiptunes and our musicians who deal in that. So and demo scene especially, because a lot of us come from the the Amiga community, and we're big in the demo scene stuff. So it's always
5
cool.
fingers forever, man.
Damn straight. It's always cool when that stuff gets revived.
Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Well, we're old,
And I
okay?
Speak for yourself.
Okay, I'm
Most
old.
of us are.
So
Yeah, Tyler's just an asshole.
maybe we should get lost down the
I mean, that'll
maze a
do.
minute.
Let's go down the maze.
So tell us a little about the maze.
The maze. Okay, so this is going to be a not as good pitch, but I wanted to make something efficiently. Like, you know, I spent 3 years on Superstar Shooter 16, and like, it's kind of too long to make a game. And like, I worked full time for part of that. And like I've got a full-time job now, so I pretty much only work on games on the weekend. And yeah, with Super 3D Maze, so it's like, what can I do? And you know, not many people make maze games, so there's opportunity there. And we started playing around with ideas. At first, it was going to be a first-person maze, and that was too complicated. Like I was confused even just play testing it. And then yeah, seriously. So then it was going to just be a top-down maze. And I basically pissed a bunch of people off. I'm allowed to say that, yes. I pissed a bunch of people off.
Yeah,
Just
I've
making it.
played it for you, Jamil. You can say it. It's fine.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So yeah, so I did sort of a top down, and it was okay. But then yeah, so we had to do this sort of top down first person transition. That's kind of one of the big hooks of the game. And also a big inspiration for me was Bastion from Supergiant Games. It's one of the early big indie games, and it just had really wonderful narration. So that was something I wanted to include, and that's featured in both of my games. But like with Super Star Shooter 16, it's chip speech, which is cool. It is cool. It's cool in its own way. But for Super 3D Maze 16, I wanted a real human narrating. Tony and I became friends like a couple years back. Found out about each other and got to talking and whatnot. And I heard him in an interview. Actually, it wasn't that long ago. Maybe like 7 or 8 months ago, and I was like, man, this guy has a good voice.
Was it on the Ballistic Coffee Boy?
Yeah, it was either them or the Vertical Blank.
Oh, it's the Vertical Blank, yeah, the Fulton brothers.
Yeah.
It's probably both.
So
Yeah, and I started putting the pieces together, and it's like, yeah, not Indy. Tony's got to narrate this thing, and yeah, so also, yeah, for the rest of the team, I mean, obviously, Flip did QA. He helped with ideation a lot because one of the guys who really didn't like the top-down exclusive mode was Flip, and he wasn't afraid to say it. And honestly, I appreciate that kind of direct feedback sometimes, so that helps guide me. And there was an artist I worked with through my day job. He interned with us, so that was Winson. I wasn't able to make it on the podcast tonight, but he interned with the company I worked at, and then right after, once I started up Super 3D Maze, like, hey, I want you to help me out with this project. And he dived in. He helped with a lot of the user interface, marketing materials, things like that, and just sort of visual design. Like there's a whole, you know, I'm more of a sound and programming kind of guy. Like that works with my brain because I was a musician earlier on in life. I took music lessons and stuff. But visually, I'm not. I'm kind of challenged visually. I guess not like blind or anything. I just struggle with aesthetics a little bit.
You,
so,
you
yeah.
think in sound instead of picture.
Exactly. Yeah, and writing and math and logic. Yeah. It is what it is.
So there's a story to go along with the maze, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, what's kind of what's the base story behind the what is that?
Without
What is? Oh, go on.
Yeah.
So I was gonna
So
say,
what's
so
the
just-
back
I'll
of
give you a
the
little bit of the history
Blockbuster
and-
videotape
yeah,
say?
yeah.
and Indy can dive in. So really quickly, I tried making a story with ChatGPT. I was dissatisfied with it, and I didn't want to use AI Gen for, like, this is a personal thing, right? It's a project, put a lot of work into it. And I went through a writer, and then I went back to, I needed just more content near the end of the project, so that's when Indy took over. And by all means, go ahead and tell the story. Sorry.
No, that's all good. It's your show, man. But yeah, no, I came in super late through Tony, who I've been friends with for many years, from back when I was trying to be a filmmaker.
Yeah.
And like we've kept in touch, and like Tony has graciously allowed me to use his music on a number of my weird little projects that I've done. And we were talking over on Twitter, because that's what it's called. And he mentioned he was doing music for a game, and I was like, okay, just kind of on a whim, taking a shot. Like I mentioned, like, hey, well, if they need writing or a writer or anything like that, you know, mention my name. I'd totally be interested, because mostly I work in stories and novels and stuff like that, but I love video games, and it's kind of always been a dream to like work on a video game, like have my name attached to a video game. So I saw the potential opportunity. I threw my hat in the ring. Tony was like, "Oh, I think they're almost done, but I'll ask." He did, and
I was gonna say just
yeah. You tell that side of it because I don't know.
I was like, Jamil, I do know someone, and then I said to you, Indy, I was like, you know what? The only thing is, you might have to tone down the kind of the violence, the sex, the alien sex, stuff like that.
Yes. So
let's come at the tentacled alien sex scenes. You might have to sort of So I introduced you anyway.
All right.
So full disclosure.
Got in there though, didn't it?
A little bit. I think. Like, listen. Like, I can clean my act up, but I'm still gonna hint at it. I'm gonna see how far push it.
Can I just take this opportunity to pimp Indy's novels, Black Melt 1 and 2? You've got to go and read it. They're totally fucked up, but really good. So.
All right.
I love those novels.
Yeah. So wait a minute. So if somebody wants to find those novels, where can they find them?
They are on Amazon.com. Search Indy, INDY.
Sir God, Amazon.
Or Black Melt. Black Melt Mother Fountain is the second one. They are sci smut horror 5 books.
Oh, that sounds right up my alley.
Yeah, it's the genre I gave them.
All right, let's jump back to the story you wrote for this game.
Yes. But I just wanted, all that was preamble to say that I have immense amount of respect for Jamil because like he had basically a finished game and he had the ChatGPT writing, which wasn't the best because it was AI, but like it would have done the job. All right, I saw the stuff. It was AI writing, but it would have worked. But at 0 hour, this dude was enough to get a real human to write for him. Like I took a job from an AI as a writer.
This is great.
And like I will have immense amount of respect for this dude for the rest of my life because of that. So, but the story itself. I remember he sent me over the ChatGPT stuff and a few ideas, and I had the main character's name and everything like that. I remember we talked a little bit. I was like, okay, so what do you want, like a full-on narrative story, or are you looking for more of a stream of consciousness, kind of Bennett funny kind of journey for the player, more so than the character in the game? And like we kind of settled on something, kind of merged between the two. He already had the name Elias Nova for the main character. I don't know who came up with that, but I kind of took that. That's an AI name? Oh man. But it is a great. To the AI's credit, that is a great name. And at this point, I have stolen him from the AI, and I've kept him safe. I've rescued him.
The Terminators are coming for you, just so you know.
Yeah. Well, they have been since the 80s, so bring it on.
Plagiarism from AI illegal?
No.
Because AI plagiarized everything it
That is
does.
like a win for humans, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
All right,
Exactly. That's
so-
how I took it.
So let's get back to the story.
Yes, so kind of just taking those disparate elements and having never done it before, I started with the kind of like the little quips, like the power-up pickups and stuff like that, kind of like rewriting those lines and adding human character to them and a sense of humor, trying to capture the element of like an old Sierra game, how they were really snarky and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I tried to inject a little bit of that, and then just build a story around like what might be happening to this weird spaceman who's trapped in this endless labyrinth of mazes, and like why is he there and how did he get there and what are all these weird UFOs and everything like that. So kind of just nothing too definite, but kind of just like feeling your way through the world and kind of experiencing it and learning about it as Elias is as well. So kind of like a what's the word? A tethering between the character and the player was what I was trying to go for.
The snarkiness works very well. Good. Okay, nice
Thank
throw.
you.
Nice throwback to the Sierra reference too, by the way. But you're right. It does have that feel of that. Just and when they were doing it, was fairly fresh and new to the industry, and so a nice throwback there.
Yeah. You know, as I was playing through it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, Ryan.
I was just gonna say, like, one of my favorite kind of like in the style of Sierra lines that I remember writing for it was, they say hindsight is 20/20. Perhaps if you try solving this maze backwards, you'll have better luck.
I was going to say, as I was playing through, it seemed like I was getting more involved with the story as I was hitting the different, making through the different stage or level. I forget if it was stage or level, but as you go through
awesome.
and you hit the areas throughout the maze.
Chapters.
Okay. No, I thought that was a great. The dialogue that went along with it was a really good fit. As you're kind of going through it, it really added to just why you're going there, and like you said, it's like, why am I here? Like that kind of idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you got a big crew on this, which is unusual. We talked to a lot of indie game developers, so you've got
me, myself, and I.
A lot of times it is me, myself, and I. So, Jamil, going back to your experience, this was a really good idea to bring in the team you've got, and they've all put some really good work into this. What was your thought-making process in bringing in that kind of a team? I mean, was it kind of like, oh, hey, I should get somebody else to help me with? And you've already said you're a musician, but you brought it, yet you brought in Tony to do that. And and even on your previous game, you brought in somebody else to do that. What was your thinking behind that? Bringing in. I mean, it works great because the finished product shows that diversity of development. But what was your thinking on that?
It's just well, I mean, there's a few things in their own ways. I mean, obviously each of these people's more talented than me in certain things, definitely. So the other thing is like time. So on Superstar Shooter 16, I will say I can remember during the pandemic being stuck in my apartment, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna write the whole soundtrack for this game in like a week, and then like I downloaded, I think, Fruity Loop Studio, and I spent like 2 days just trying to make like a noise come out of it. I was like, okay, screw it, I'll just use someone else's music, right?
Brother, that mindset is like so relatable for me. Like, I've been there, man. Like, I can just do it all myself.
Yeah,
that'll be done super fast.
Exactly. It's like, what? Yeah, I'm gonna write the music. But, I'm gonna make a video as well. I'll make a film around it. I'll get something out of it. Yeah, it's not quite that easy trying to be the.
Yeah, how hard can it be?
So I mean,
no time.
So a lot of those things sort of started to happen, and a great thing with Super 3D Maze was that we sort of started getting some of these social connections. That we actually talk. Like I've done work with like contractors overseas on Fiverr and that type of thing, and it's very impersonal, and you're actually like not technically supposed to know each other. So. It's just been nice, and I interact with the guys on Discord, and it's sort of, I treat it like everybody's victory, and my agreement with these guys, it's not a huge secret. I pay all of them, not enough, obviously, but I pay all of them something, and then the proceeds from the game I keep. If it ends up being a massive thing, then I'll do something nice for the guys for sure.
But okay, ideas.
Take out from
Send us. Yeah, send us a fruitcake.
Hitachi guitar.
The fruitcake is, and it's up to us to decide which is the threat.
Yeah, so it's been good, and as a personal tidbit, like in my day job, I'm actually a project manager, so probably makes everyone cringe a little bit, but you know, it's part of who I am. So I do the programming and a little bit of, you know, orchestrating the whole show, and that's try to keep it kind of sane. These creative things are difficult to manage, and there's a lot going on, and I'm really huge on giving people their ability to express themselves and you know, promote themselves and to actually like be creative and not have it sort of be all about me. So like giving up the story to indies, you know, big release of something creative to another person, and I've been thrilled with it. And it's, you know, similar thing with the soundtrack, and like Tony and I have like discussed about how a track should start, and I'll get to the point where I'm like, you're the expert, man. Just do your thing, buddy. You're killing it. It's, you know, don't worry about my nitpicks. Just go, man.
It works. It works between me and you. You know that. You know that.
Oh yeah.
I want your input constantly. So you've got a vision. So
it's same for the record. Like I am not going to snap at you if you're like, you know what? I actually don't like this. Rewrite it. Like, fair enough. We might have a discussion about it. I might plead my case, but at the end of the day, you're calling the shots.
Always good to be honest, really.
Yeah. And same deal with Flip, because he's the first person who plays my games, and he'll say, "Man, this got to change. This got to change. This got to change." And we're always working together. We're working on some ports right now for iArcade, and he knows so much about that community. It's yeah.
So just we heard earlier that two of you knew each other for a long time, but I mean you're not even in the same continent. So how did you all meet?
That's I suppose me and you first, Indy, because we kind of met each other online, and it was like, can I use your weird music for my weird film? And stuff like that kind of.
Wait a minute.
I distinctly remember, like, I think, if not the first, like, our first interaction, but at least, like, the first thing I used your music in, it was when some, like, horror website, movie type thing, had a contest where, like, you had to buy a specific, like, kind of spooky mask, and then make a short film around that mask and everything like that. I remember I shot something for it, and I need Blood Bukkake. Yeah.
It was that the woman who gets murdered in the kitchen. Was it that one?
No, that was another one. That was Lantern. That was Lantern in the Dark.
There was so many murders.
I want to watch these again.
No, Lantern in the Dark actually came out real good. Like it was supposed to be the start of a series of holiday-themed like short horror films, and the first one I did was based around the jack-o'-lantern mythos for Halloween.
That's cool. So
okay, so that's how you two met.
We have met in real life as well.
Yes, we have.
We did meet now and again, didn't we? And
a couple times, I think.
And then I met Jamil. Jamil found me through Ballistic Coffee Boy or Into the Vertical Blank, or both, wasn't it really? And I think Jamil sent me his first game. I started playing that. I absolutely loved it. And I kind of love the trippy psychedelic stuff because I'm a massive Jeff Minter fan. I am working on the Jeff Minter documentary Heart of Neon as well, so that was all cool. So that's how me and Jamil met, I believe, through those guys. Anyway, and we kind of just sort of took it from there. How do you know Jamil? How do you know Uncle Flip?
Through Atari, through the Atari VCS Discord. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Flip reached out to me, and it was like, free QA. Oh shit, yeah. But how do you remember it?
Kazdan, Crash Productions, he mentioned, hey, do you want to help test out? So I think this is how it happens. My memory's a little foggy, but it was something like that. I was like, yeah, I'll test out Superstar Shooter, and that's how. And then I met you guys through him.
Cool. So I guess we should talk about the trailer for the
Oh yeah, I love that trailer.
Or basically for both your games, Jamil.
Yeah.
That was cool because I've got a funny story about me doing the voiceover for the Super 3D Base 16.
Oh man, yeah, you gotta tell it. I'll just give a super high level. So yeah, I mean,
Sure.
I honestly like Kazdan, Kraz Productions. He posted a comment on one of my videos, and I was like, who is this person who's commenting on my stuff? And I started looking him up, and he had his own YouTube channel. And I looked at all of it, and I think I actually brought the idea of doing a trailer forward to him. And if there's any like indie devs out there listening and you want a live action trailer, he's the guy. You gotta reach out to him. He's very affordable. He's awesome to work with, passionate. He's fast, good turnaround times. Like just an awesome dude.
And
And
the trailers are awesome too. Yeah, like oh my god,
yeah,
they
so
capture such an amazing vibe.
that's just it. Yeah, you get kind of this like it's like the '90s attitude.
Yeah.
Kind of slapstick humor.
Mhm.
Balls to the wall, yeah. Balls to the walls, arcade tunnel shooter. And like the thing that's crazy too, like he wrote that whole script up in like 35 minutes, or like an hour. He was like, yeah, I'll turn this around, and like I think I might have rejected some piece of it, and I was like, oh, okay, sure. And like it was all fixed up in like 15 minutes. So yeah, just a wild experience working with him. Like he so drastically exceeded my expectations honestly on both trailers that yeah, it's a lot of fun and just a thrill to work with him. That being said, I've never been super close to it. Like I do a little bit of editing and feedback on the narration and the sort of concepts behind the trailer, but like 98% of it is him. So I think Tony's gonna have way more insights, and you were much more involved than I was, I'd say.
Yeah. I did the voiceover for the trailer for Super 3D Base 16, and that involved Kazdan sort of getting in touch with me. We spoke by sort of video, and we just spent an evening just me recording all these different lines, and it was, you know what, it was a hilarious evening, really. It was like, try it like this, try it like that, and I would try it with a different accent, try it with it, and we were just laughing. It was fun, but he just come up with all these ideas, and we just had a great laugh, really, and I just loved it. It was just, and it was like, and it was certain things. He was like, he wasn't happy with certain things I was saying, and it was like, try it a different way, try it this way, try it, and then he'd do it, and then I tried to mimic him, and then he ended up doing like an English accent with like a bit of a Liverpool sort of thing, and we were just laughing. It was great, honestly. we just had such fun doing it. It was just like a crazy night of voiceover recordings. Really, it was fun. So yeah,
you are sending him a hammer though for doing the
yes,
right? Like
definitely.
The hammer's in the mail.
It was one of them. We were having fun up until he said
yes, and then it got deadly serious.
Oh. Honestly, right.
The first hammer's this big.
It just gets bigger. Then you get the judgment hammer.
Yes.
All right, so yeah.
Why don't we actually
Now
have
you
a
made-
hammer?
We actually have a hammer. You made me forget.
You guys are gonna have an in-joke for the rest of the show. Like
So-
for however long, many more years you guys do this podcast, you're gonna have the hammer in joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were voted most likely to quit on our first year. but
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
didn't
So,
happen.
Oh, there you go.
They didn't understand our tenacity.
So for those of you listening to the podcast, Rob's posted the trailers on the video channel. So
Yeah, go check them out through the link so you can get the sound. But yeah, they were like if
Right.
you're watching the video.
So
version of
if
this.
you're listening, you definitely want to go back and check the video out because the trailer videos are brilliant.
But don't listen to the audio because just listen to it on the podcast. If you're listening on the podcast, you got a way better version.
Yeah, because Rob actually edits those. All right, so
Well, I don't
I want to
edit them,
circle
but I
back
correct
around.
the sound.
Tony, I've got a question for you because we are big Jeff Minter fans here. Talk a little bit about the documentary.
Part of Neon, the Paul Doherty documentary, all about Jeff Minter and all Jeff's creations. Well, Paul has been working on this documentary for years now, and a few years back, I discovered it, and it was just at the time when I think he did have a composer on board, and this composer had left. and I got in touch with him, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're making a Jeff Minter documentary. I am a massive Jeff Minter fan. I am a music composer. I want to help you." It was just at the right time, and kind of I just started working with him at that point onwards, and the documentary is nearly ready. It will be out very soon. We're just looking for the best way to actually get it out there. We want to get it out there digital and physical and every way possible. And it for me personally, from a kid, I just loved Jeff Minter fans. I come from an Atari background, starting with the Atari 400, playing Grid Runner, Jeff Minter's game Grid Runner on the Atari 400, and just got absolutely hooked on all Jeff's games going forward. And it was a dream come true to work on this documentary. It was just me being in the right place at the right time, and it's just been amazing. And me and Paul, the director of the movie, we've actually been to a couple of events in the UK together to screen the movie, and we've actually screened it with Jeff Minter and Giles there as well. And I've actually, do you know what? It's such a fanboy thing for me. I've got to hang out with Jeff Minter on 2 different occasions. The last occasion, I got to hang out in the evening with him, just getting drunk, asking questions, having a great laugh with him and Giles, and talking about his sheep and everything. And it was just awesome. But the documentary is great, and it will be up.
That is.
I'll stop fanboying.
No.
Nice job not freezing up.
I think this is the crowd for it.
This is a podcast for fanboy. We fanboy a lot around here, and when you mentioned that, I fanboyed even with you just saying you got to hang with him and drink with him. All right,
God, it's killing me.
It's killing us. So
I was happy when you responded to me on Twitter.
Think about it this way, guys. You are now like the whatever degrees away from Jeff Minter.
There you go.
You're that much closer to him now.
Yes, we know somebody who drank with him.
Yeah, there you go.
Can
All
I
right.
just say something?
We know someone who drank with everyone.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true too. Okay, so Tony, that's what you've been working on. Flip, besides the alien sex scenes, what else have you been working on?
I love it.
I heard alien sex scene, so you must be talking to me. Currently, I'm working on something. I have a book finished. The next one's finished. I'm working on typesetting it and getting cover art and everything like that. It's going to be the weirdest damn book you've ever seen. It is a sequel to a book I have out currently called Slimoids, which is about a bunch of little tiny terror mutant creatures. It's kind of like in the vein of like Ghoulies or something like that. And it's a novelization of a film made by a buddy of mine, Seb Godin. I've novelized 2 of their movies, like Animator and Slimoids. This is they're currently doing Slimoids 2, the movie. So I wrote Slimoids 2, the book, which is a direct sequel to the Slimoids book, and it isn't going to be like the movie at all. But it's going to be infinitely more bizarre. It's going to be a mashup between Slimoids and like Animator and a bunch of other crazy stuff.
So it's
no alien sex scenes, but plenty of other sex scenes and other gooey monster sex.
I mean, how do you know monsters aren't aliens? They just misnamed.
That's true. That's true. Okay, yeah, it could be an alien monster sex scene if you want it to be. That's the power of
so do you
imagination.
get?
I'll leave that to you.
Since you,
But it's going to be like I'm going full House of Leaves with the typesetting, kind of, only making it easier to read. But like there's going to be like Dutch camera angles. Yeah, I showed Tony some.
And it blew my mind.
Yeah, I'm basically making this book as much of a movie as possible.
Yeah. It's crazy, but in a great way.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the screenplay's ready.
well, I mean, it's already a movie, right? So
Right.
you're trying to go.
Yeah.
You're trying to textualize what is already a movie, right? So it's like, well,
exactly.
and it's like,
But,
well,
yeah,
do you get to add like mind's eye kind of stuff? Is that like? I'm trying to think. Like, there's always this complaint when you take a book and make it a movie. Oh, the book was better, right?
Yeah, right.
You know, so
right.
it's
So it's a little bit different going the other way around, where it's a movie first and then a book.
right.
The first couple of like Animator for certain, and the first half of Slimoids. Basically, what I did was Seb gave me the scripts, told me some ideas that they had for the movies that they couldn't get done because this is all micro budget stuff, and in my opinion, Seb Godin is the maestro of micro budget monster movies. But so he doesn't have a lot of budget to do all the things that they wanted to do. So I got to incorporate that into the novelizations. With Slimoids, it was a little bit different because I did everything in the script, and I only had about half a novel in length. So Seb was like, here's some ideas I had for a sequel. Take these, run with it. So the second half of the first Slimoids book is completely my own kind of extrapolation on the Slimoids movie story. And it goes basically the main inspiration behind it was Halloween 3 Season of the Witch if it was a Christmas movie. Right? Yeah.
Such an underrated movie.
Holy crap! We've talked about that film several times on this channel.
Season of the Witch?
Yes! Because it was one of...
Alright, I knew I could
That was supposed to happen. That was what was supposed to happen with Halloween.
Yeah. The anthology series.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was a brilliant idea.
I loved that movie.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, cool. It is so cool.
So if you like Halloween 3 Seasons of the Witch, you might enjoy the latter half of the Slimoids book for those reasons.
All right. So,
go on.
No, flip. So these are also going to be available on Amazon?
They are all available on Amazon, like Animator, Slimoids. I've got a number of other books. Saucer Men from Venus Against Hell's Beauties is a particular favorite that I think people are sleeping on. It's a blend of 50s sci-fi UFO type movies with 70s exploitation with 80s body horror.
Okay.
And it's bizarre.
All right.
I got a fucking Christmas ale. What the hell?
That's not my fault. All right. So you guys, again, this is quite the diverse team that Jamel's assembled on this, and it shows in the game. So everything you guys have done individually works well together, and to Jamel's credit, you've done a great job picking the best of the best here, I think, to work on this project.
So,
Thank you. I lucked out.
we have missed
And
one.
by proxy, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
We have one more topic. You've got an upcoming game. Correct?
Oh.
We talk about.
I think I'm gonna keep it under
Okay,
wraps
all right.
for a
So,
little
all right,
bit,
so-
but I will tell you two exciting things.
So-
Go ahead.
No, two exciting
Jamil,
things.
I'm not gonna say it, Jamil, but I had to have like a one-line pitch that I've been telling like my friends about to tease the game that has been received good responses.
Oh.
So, but do your thing, and then I can do the line if you want.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. If we have to let the cat out of the bag.
Don't let too much out of the bag.
Don't let too much out. Okay. What I do have planned for this year is we're slowly planning and developing a third title, and like it's been good, and yeah, but it's something very ambitious. All truth be told. So what I'm doing in the meantime, I'm trying to do ports and upgrades for Superstar Shooter 16 and Super 3D Maze 16. So the goal for the next little bit is it's looking like I'm going to be able to get both games on PlayStation.
Nice.
Whether that's the 4 or the 5 or both, I'm to be determined. But there's that. The iArcade releases with Uncle Flip. I'm hoping to release both of them. It's looking like we're going to be able to get Superstar Shooter 16 running on the iArcade.
Oh,
It's
awesome.
really promising results last weekend. That getting the frame rate up high enough has been like massive technical challenge, but I'm making a few breakthroughs. I think we're going to get it. So yeah, it's basically porting and upgrading the two games. One of my big grievances with Superstar Shooter 16 is like the non-linear story. So I'm planning to work with these guys, and in particular Indie, to make the story like a story as opposed to just random taunts. But that'll happen at some point. But I'm stoked to hear the one-liner too, so I'll just pass it over to you.
Okay, it does like spoil the kind of generalized the inspiration of the game. Is that okay?
That's fine. I don't think
All right.
there's
All right. So you guys are you familiar with the game Ski Free?
No.
No.
Oh, really?
Hey, let me go look at it.
Wait. And it.
Here we go. Typing.
Typing.
Oh, it's.
Okay, yes, we are.
Oh,
familiar
yeah,
with the game.
you
Yes,
did-
we are. Never mind.
I
Never
really
mind.
like. Yeah, it was called something else.
Alpine.
Commodore 64.
Alpine.
It's called Alpine in the
Oh, okay. Okay. But you're familiar with that general
Oh,
type
yeah.
game,
Yes.
and you ski and everything like that. But you, if you familiar with Ski Free, you know there's a specific kind of element to Ski Free that is a horror element that kind of comes out of nowhere randomly and might freak you out. So basically, what we're doing is we're taking that element and we're building a game around it.
All right.
Don't make me turn the screen.
No, don't turn the screen. Don't turn the screen. All right.
All
So,
right.
okay, cool. Very cool. Good.
Yep.
Good pitch on that. Leaves enough to the imagination. All right. All right. So, gentlemen, have we covered all the projects that you want to talk about? Is there anything else you guys want to shout out or talk about?
Yeah, Flip, talk about Pyramid on Mars, and if you want.
Oh, yeah, I can mention. Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm working on. Just so anyone on the podcast is aware, I do a couple of soundtracks too. I coordinated the soundtrack to Doodle Taxi with Mech Gang Games,
Nice.
and also the Off-World Rally soundtrack, the expanded soundtrack for Curious Entertainment. I've also put out Skyfers on the Atari VCS. I am working on Pyramid on Mars, which is going to be another kind of DOS-based game. It's probably going to be the last one I do like that for Atari VCS.
It's a great title, by the way.
It is. Okay, wait. Okay.
It's going to be kind of a faux 3D, kind of looks like old Wizardry or something like that,
Oh,
but it's more of a
nice.
puzzle game.
Nice.
One thing I'd really like to mention is the Discord that I started originally as an iArcade, like side-loading indie dev Discord, but actually Lost Astronaut, that developer, kind of joined up with me, and we kind of turned it into the indie dev space Discord. I'm trying to like bring like community together, like indie devs and YouTubers. Rob, I got to invite you.
Awesome.
Just to. It's not just for iArcade. We talk Atari VCS. A lot of those devs are on there. We got a couple industry veterans that joined, like Tony Barnes. Rob Jager joined like a while back because I chatted with him like way back, but I haven't talked to him in a while. But because he was going to do a Montezuma's Revenge
Oh. Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
director's cut.
Directors.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, I like Montezuma's
But,
Revenge.
I haven't talked to him in a while. I don't know,
exploration.
I'm kind of name dropping or whatever. I haven't talked to him in a while, so.
I
But it's a cool Discord, and trying to just bring community together and get some cool projects. I don't know, worked on.
I think we got
also-
a promoter tag in there too, eh? For
Yeah, let's.
people like Rob.
I do have promoter tag, and I'll give you one, Rob, if you join.
Awesome.
You can post stuff and we'll figure it out. And my main project that I've been doing for like forever is Obsidian Contraption, which is my main music project. So I have a YouTube channel, Bandcamp. I have some stuff on wide release like
Bandcamp.
Spotify, but Spotify sounds like crap. Bandcamp's where it's at.
Thank you.
Tony probably knows about that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. On the user side, I also agree. I fucking hate Spotify. Like, goddamn.
You know what? This is awkward. I wanted to sort of pick my music then, and I was going to say, yeah, find me on Spotify. But no.
Oh, sorry.
You
The
can't
best
find me
music service.
everywhere.
Are we on
So
Spotify?
you-
I don't even know.
No, we are not on Spotify.
I post the shit and I don't even know if we're on there.
So, Flip, getting back to again, love we love the indie community, and that's really one of our big draws. Whenever we do interviews on the road and so on, especially when we go to these events we go to, that is our beeliner for all the indie developers. And indie music and indie anything. That's kind of our big draw. We do a big music festival once a year where it's arcade games and arcade games and heavy metal music. And again,
Ooh, that's
Power metal.
Yeah.
Power metal.
oh,
Where is this?
This is in Madison, Wisconsin, gentlemen. Look up Mad with Power.
Fast.
Ooh.
Do not look up
That's
Mad
all
with
I
Power.
wrote
It's a
about
band. Mad with Power Fest.
Mad with Power Fest. We've been doing it
Nice.
for 8 years now, 9 years. So we bring up a whole bunch of.
Oh, and me.
This year's theme is Legend of Zelda.
Me?
Yes.
No.
Oh. When is this? I could take a road trip out there. I'm not like
Yeah, right?
You guys are more than welcome to join us there.
The first week of June.
First week of June this year.
June 6th and June 7th.
Yeah, so you guys are more than welcome to join us there if you happen to be in the area. We have places you can crash and so on. But we've been doing this for quite a few years. So getting back to Flip's thing, it's doing this kind of getting the indie groups together. Our friends in the band who actually organize this event are very good about picking upcoming bands that are doing video game metal theme music. They really reach out, and thank you for what you're doing in the community. I know he's still using the fucking old logo.
That's
I know.
like an 80s logo.
I know. It's like 5 years. No, it's like
Sorry.
10 years back.
Oh, there we go. Segue.
Segue.
Where's that
Very
penalty shot?
distracted. Very
Where's the
distracted.
penalty shot?
Very distracted.
Very distracted. But yeah, so gentlemen, definitely look into that. But so you've all got a lot of projects going on. Time management is always an issue for us as well. So do you find? So again, Jamel, you're working a day job. All you have day jobs as well?
Yeah.
No, I have an amazing wife.
Oh, but,
No.
dude!
Oh, I still want to be a kept man. God.
So yeah, no, he literally just said
Yes,
he's a
I want
kept
to be a
man.
kept man. So bad.
Bravo, sir. Bravo. Bravo.
But take her, honestly.
Well,
She's the one that believes in me.
Indy, can your wife take me on as well, please?
I strongly believe in being a kept
That's
man.
Britain.
I've been it a couple of times and I really enjoyed it.
Right.
so all right. Well, we probably should start wrapping this up.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, one more time. I want you.
Talk forever.
We're going to go through the list right now. I want you all to shout out your projects and where people can find them one more time, please. We'll start with Jamel.
There, Jamil Kabir. I'm on Steam and Atari VCS. It's Superstar Shooter 16 and Super 3D Maze 16. You can also find me on my website, jdvideogameproductions.ca. Alternatively, I am on Blue Sky if you want to connect with me, again under JD Video Game Productions.
Oh,
I think that used to be a
Tony, you want to
beer.
go next?
Yeah, sure. Okay, you can find my music probably everywhere. I'm on Bandcamp, I'm on shitty Spotify, all those places. find me on TonyLongworth.com. I'm on there. You'll find me on all the socials apart from X because fuck Elon. That's it.
Yep, we're all off it now, I think.
That's fair.
All right.
Indy, you next.
Hello, I'm Andy McDaniel. I write the spooky, weird, sexy alien nonsense stuff. And also video games for Jamil. You can find my stuff on Amazon.com, Andy McDaniel. I think that's mostly where I am. I think at this point I don't have any social media accounts that are really active. Like technically I still have a Twitter, but it's strictly to stay in touch with one person.
He lives in the
And
80s.
I'm never on it
That's awesome.
unless I'm talking to that one person. So yeah, I'm a bit of a ghost to get in touch with. But you can find my stuff on Amazon. And by all means.
Awesome.
Also, are you guys gonna name this episode "Guys, Games, and De Beer"?
Yeah.
You should.
Damn it,
Right.
too late. Oh.
Well, 5 years ago we quit naming the episodes out of laziness.
Yeah.
Sad to say.
Too many episodes. We ran out of names.
We're on 2016.
We ran out of names.
And lost count. You just have the numbers.
Yeah, we used to have numbers.
We used to have numbers, but you get
Well,
in the 300-400 episodes.
You ran
it's
out.
like,
You ran out of numbers.
yeah, we ran out of numbers. All right.
Too many. There's
Kid
only so
Noli.
Okay,
Kid
so guys-
Noli, Calvin.
Okay, so you guys listening in right now, definitely check out any of these guys' work. The games will get you hooked on all of their work individually because, again, they hang together so well. The storytelling, the music, everything about this is absolutely flawless. Rob.
All right. For the love of God, go pick yourself up some Superstar Shooter 16 and try and knock Tyler and I off the top score. Tyler got me. Asshole.
Or
I'm sorry, Tyler the asshole off of the top scores.
That's why, if you noticed, midway through the show, we kicked his ass off.
Yeah, that's right. Get out of here! You're fired. I got HR
You're on the
drunk.
Steam leaderboards?
Yeah, the Steam one, yeah. No, the Atari people are pretty
Okay.
competitive.
I gotta put some work in.
I gotta play it still. I think I'm gonna play it this weekend.
I think I'm second on Atari VCS, but
gonna play it now.
I have a little head start on people.
a little bit.
On the VCS, yeah.
This is true. You had extra time to practice.
Challenge accepted.
The mojo of their group is too much like our group.
A little bit.
Episode number 875. Let's do it. We're good.
All right.
We're good. Oh, I gotta wrap it?
You got to wrap this up,
Yeah,
Rob.
yeah, yeah.
All
That's what
right.
you
Kind of your
do.
job, Rob.
I was enjoying myself. That's too little fun.
All right.
All right. If you enjoyed this episode of Guys, Games, and Beer, remember that we're sponsored by Lionheart Racing. Lionheart Racing, all the joys of racing without the rubber hot dogs. You can check them out at www.guysgamesandbeer.net. Look at that big red, white, and
You
blue
can't miss it.
America 77.
Right there, guys. Right there. That
Check it out.
Just click on that.
If
Just
you're
click on that.
very, very, very careful, you might check out that Guys, Games, and Beer sticker on one of the race cars, and if you see it and take a picture of it, we will give you our immortal souls. WW. Wow, that's the first time I got a reaction out of Ryan on an extra.
No.
Tyler already has it.
I've seen that
Yeah.
episode of Simpsons. No! I want to roll my boat.
You can check us out on YouTube, Guys, Games, and Beer, same on Blue Sky. You can check us out on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Guys, Games, and Beer. You can check out the dankest of memes in the Guys, Games, and Beer support group by Master of Memetology, Dallas.
Not safe for work.
Not safe for the. By the way, probably not safe for your soul. to be
Yeah,
honest.
probably not. Probably not.
Of course, on Grindr, we're Guys, Games, and Beer, and we'll see you there. Thanks.
Hey,
so much.
no. So before Rob lets us get out of here, so schedule's gelling up, guys. Check us out. We are not doing a world tour, but we are doing the North American tour this year. We are going to be out and about. First show coming up is EverCon. So
Oh, yeah,
in
it is
February.
EverCon.
That's coming up pretty quick.
Is it
So
this month, is it?
February.
January.
Yeah, no, it's kind of that
Like
in
the
between weekend.
31st,
Yeah, no,
like
it's
that first or something?
But also, one you guys might be interested in is the Guys, Games, and Beer show. No, that's what it is now. That's it. We own it. No, the Midwest Gaming Classic, the Midwest's biggest gaming convention coming up. We'll be there in full force. What is it? 5,000 square feet now?
Yeah, well, like 5,000 square feet there, Rob.
5,000
Oh, and we
square
have got,
feet of
we
Guys,
have got
Games, and
new
Beer.
things, guys. We have got news. We have got a whole bunch of new stuff we're bringing out to Midwest Gaming Classic. So make sure to check us out there.
All the Ataris will be there. All the Ataris.
Man. We are going nuts.
I've gone nuts
So
on the
hey,
Atariness.
you might be able to check. What might they be able to check out there, Rob, on the Atari VCS?
Yeah, they might be able to check. God dang it, guys! Really?
Yeah, really, Rob.
I'm already like rapid.
I know, but tell them.
Superstar Shooter 16, you might be able to check out there because I'll probably be running it on it the whole week.
I think that's a good call. All right, so guys, check that out at the Midwest Gaming Classic in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It is going. If you have not been to the Midwest Gaming Classic, it is, as John Riggs said, the best gaming convention in the United States, and I'm going to agree with him on that one.
He also told me he loved me.
Well, he does
beer.
love you.
He owes me a beer.
He owes you a beer. All right, so guys, check that out too. Lots of shows coming up. We are going to be all over the United States. Well, all over the Midwest and West Coast. I'm sorry, East Coast this year. definitely check us out someplace. Feel free to come and have a beer with us. Rob, wrap it up the rest of
Guys, Games and Beer, longest extras on the internet.
Guys, Games, and Beer.